All right, boiled eggs. Now, there's apparently, they did a study here. 7 different ways to boil an egg and which one is the best.
Seems
Some
like
I've
a
never
lot of
tried.
work. I've never tried some.
Now,
of these
some are
either.
good for different things. Some are good for making deviled eggs. Some
Yeah,
are
it
good
depends
for
on what
eating.
you're using it for. If you're using
Right.
it for just egg salad, you're chopping it up anyways.
Yeah.
But listen to the different ways and the why.
This is from the worst to the best, the bottom of the list here. The best hard-boiled egg method. Bake in a muffin tin. Never tried that. Takes almost an hour to do.
That seems like so much longer than
you
it needs
put
to.
eggs in the muffin tin
Right.
and bake it in there. Some eggs peeled easily. Others have this like the shell glued to it, so it's tough to peel off. Next up is bring to a boil and then remove from the heat. Yeah, you start your eggs in cold water, bring to a boil, then cover, remove for about 11 to 12 minutes, and then place in an ice bath for peeling. They found out with this one, eggs are cooked nicely. Yolks are firm and floury, good for deviled eggs.
Yes.
The white's tender but firm, but the shells got stuck. So you're like pulling pieces of white out.
Yeah, because then you don't have the perfect looking deviled egg. They still taste great, but then you wind up losing little hunks of the white outer layers of it.
All right, to simmer, eggs begin in cold water. Water brought to a brisk simmer, and the heat adjusted to maintain that brisk simmer for 8 minutes. And then going into an ice water bath, the eggs are then rinsed under cool water for a few minutes. A little hard to peel that way. And again, good chunks coming out with peeling the egg. A pressure cooker. This is an Alton Brown thing. He says that it's the easiest peeling he's ever experienced when it comes to boiling eggs. A breeze to peel. Shells like slipped off with no effort. Yolks are firm but moist. The whites are firm. A little bit of snap. They were okay.
Which again, if you're making things like deviled eggs or other things, or if you're making like a chef salad where you cut it up into those pieces, you want it to be a complete piece. Yeah.
Boil is a good one too. Gentle boil for 10 minutes for an ever so soft center to the yolk, the jammy egg. The eggs then go briefly into an ice water bath before they're peeled. Easy to peel. The shelled egg looks lovely. No nicks or gouges. So that's a good way to do it too. And the number one here, moving ahead, it gets 10 out of 10, is the boil then simmer method. Yeah, that one, you bring a large pot, about 3 quarts, of water to a boil. Put in about 6 eggs at most. Boil for 30 seconds, then cover. Reduce the heat to low. Simmer for 11 minutes. The eggs then go into an ice water bath for 15 minutes, then peel. Okay. The claim is that starting the eggs in hot water helps prevent the whites from sticking to the shell, makes them easier to peel. They said the eggs are easy to peel, starting at the fat end of the egg, and then working your way to the nose of the egg every time. Shell comes off in one big rounded piece this way. So if you're making deviled eggs,
especially if you're making them for like an event, like a presentation, and you want them to have that extra little look to them.
Right. Mm-hmm. So what you do with deviled eggs is you boil. And then rinse in cold water.
I rinse in cold water.
And then peel.
Yes.
And again, with that method.
Which is like an 8 out of 10 if you look at that. So it's still one of the top 2 or 3, but I haven't tried the boil then
simmer.
So.
And then the eggs come off in the one big shell.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
Something new to try.
You're welcome. More info about boiling
look it
eggs.
up because you're not going to remember all that. We know.
Right now, the Yes FM Facebook, Twitter, 967 Yes FM, and the Mercy Money page at yesfm.com.